Hello, we're here with the director of Metallica Saved My Life, Jonas or Jonas?
Jonas.
Jonas Åkerlund?
Yeah.
And so can you tell me, please, where did the idea originate? Was it them? Was it the band? Was it you? How did that whole thing form?
I think the band has been very curious about their fans, and they've seen how the diversity changed over the years, and they wanted to know more. They wanted to hear all these stories. So they sent me out as a soldier on the field to find these people and gathering all these stories and putting it together as a film.
Well, even that process seems very interesting to me. How do you get through the mountains and mountains of stories?
Well, it was like, the fan club knows a lot of fans, but I wanted to go beyond that. I wanted to find people that, are maybe in remote places or far away from, or not privileged to be able to go to shows, and and the effect that Metallica had on their fans around the world was massive. So it's kind of hard to find them, but once you got into it, it was always like me, a guy knowing the next guy knowing the next guy.
Yeah.
And before I know it, I went all the way to Botswana, and I went all the way to Japan,
Botswana?
and all the way to the Arctic Circle.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like that's how broad it's been.
And I think they are the only band to perform on all 7 continents, actually. I think they did a concert on Antarctica, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's that's...
I know you have a premiere to get to.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I just do want to say myself, Fade to Black was the one for me. I don't know, you know that song or?
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that I had a moment like that too. So I think that was kind of like, so it's cool. It's cool to be having a film like this come out and actually speaking to the director of it. And thank God we didn't use the short tripod.
I can make myself shorter.
Thank you so much. Enjoy,
All
please.
right, cool.
Thank you. I'm here with Alice Webb, producer of Metallica Saved My Life. So I'm not going to keep you here too long. I know you got a premiere to go to. What was the biggest hurdle in getting, the band connected with the with the film production team and gathering the stories? What was the big hurdle there?
None of that was a hurdle. Truly, honestly, the hardest thing is you're going to see a 2-hour cut of this film. I have at least 9 hours that could make this film.
Are you ever going to release that? Because I would actually watch all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You will get that. You'll just have to buy the Blu-ray to get that. But yeah, every single story is extraordinary. They are different. They touch your heart. You may well tune into this movie because you love Metallica. I tell you, you're going to leave because of the fans. They are going to be the ones that you're going to remember in all of this. By the way, the band are extraordinary in it. But if you come out of this movie and you can't recall 90% of the stories that you've seen, then we need a conversation.
might have a mental condition or something.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming, have you ever seen Some Kind of Monster?
Of course.
Yeah. So, what was that? Was there any kind of inspiration from that film at all, or was that just kind of something totally different?
No, look, it's totally different. But the point about Some Kind of Monster and the point about this film, is that we at Mercury Studios and Metallica particularly, we don't make normal films. We don't make things that are obvious. This isn't going to be a film. People may arrive thinking they're going to see one thing. I think they're going to be surprised. And in exactly the same way that Some Kind of Monster, it's a cult classic for a reason.
Yeah.
This may not ever reach that status, but it's going to be up there.
Okay. Well, go ahead. I don't want to keep you. Congratulations. And I can't wait to see the movie.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Good night. Bye-bye. So I'm assuming you're the only married couple in the film, as the fans, or no?
Actually, I think we are. No, Miriam and Miranda.
Okay.
Muriel and Miranda.
Yes.
See, I find this to be an interesting dynamic. When they said couples coming out, I was like, that's really interesting. I want to know, were you guys, were you into Metallica before you got married? After? Was it? Okay. So how did that journey happen?
Well, I've been in my whole life since the first record in '83, and we're now married 26 years.
Okay.
So there's a horrible motorcycle accident. I'm in bad shape. I start getting well. Metallica's coming to town. I'm going to decide to get better to go to the show, and that's when I take her to her first show in December of '08.
Okay.
She's been hooked since.
Was it Death Magnetic?
Death Magnetic.
Yeah,
tour,
okay,
yes.
yeah. I think it's an underrated album.
Oh my gosh,
I love it.
it's so
I listen to
good.
All Nightmare Long constantly. I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything? Is there anything that in the film that you can't wait for people to see?
I can't wait for them to see actually all of it, but there's a few stories that are very touching, and there's a lot of things people just don't know. about people's backstories and how people have found community and love in this group and this family through Metallica's music. And I think after people see this movie, they'll understand why we do what we do.
Yeah. Metallica is so much more than just turning on the radio, and I think this movie's going to show people what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Yeah, I love them too.